And there we go, I think. Let's just see if everything's working alright. It should be. Alrighty. So, for this week's stream, we're going to be doing some German coastal with this lineup. 2-7. I'm probably not going to get the Christian der Grosse tonight, but I will. Might as well try. Got some boosters to use as well. And off we'll go into battle number 1. Waiting for the usual coastal queue. I think I'm mainly going to be playing the S40 first, trying to actually spade it. I didn't really like those 20 mils too much. They're a bit too short ranged compared to what I'm used to. That is if we're ever going to beat the Q simulator. That is coastal naval. Should be alright though, eventually. Yeah, there. Some people trickling in slowly but surely. One thing I have noticed is that the battle pass is soon to end. 8 days. So I'm looking I think I've already heard what the ship is going to be. I'm not entirely sure if it's true or not. I'll just hold on to it for the time being. And yeah, I'll have to do some missions if I actually want to get the elephant. But there's 2 challenges I still can still do relatively easily. Get the points and get the... Like if I just do France and Israel because they have rank 3s. I have rank 3s for them. But that's for another time. Off stream. Because it's not ships I'm going to be doing it here. Although I could do the Cadiz here. But again, I'm doing coastal stream this week. Oh yeah, I'm definitely planning to do those carrier events again for the other nations. I might actually stream the next one. But it's probably just going to be a while away, the next carrier event. Probably going to do another actual naval event in between, but I don't quite know what kind of naval event. The queue is being surprisingly long. How warm is it? Yeah, it is. It is a bit, yeah, warm enough, I guess. Let me actually check what the heat is outside again. 34 degrees Celsius. I did have the fan running just now, but of course I had to switch it off if I want to not have it pick up on my microphone. And it's quite toasty in this room, that's for sure. That'll be fine. This is not a bad map for these barges. As long as I don't get immediately ammo wrecked by a destroyer or some other coastal vessel. Yeah, I think today we reached a peak of 38 degrees C. Closer to noon, well, closer to later noon. Yeah, starting to cool down now for today. It is the one thing I can never get used to with these barges, just how slow they are. Especially with these 20 mils, just don't really have the range for such a slow vessel to be effective. I like the heavy more than this light barge. Of course, as soon as I get into close quarters with this barge, it's very good. But getting there is a difficult bit. Actually, how many people are there? Only 5 per team, and I don't see any destroyers yet. Uh-oh. French East. Dark Aggressor, not too afraid of that. 100.
feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Nope. Who do you have in front of us?
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
A Japanese coastal boy.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
I feel sorry, but at the same time I don't. Because I need to speak this thing as well. I haven't played USS Moffat in ages, and there's a... Like, I haven't played a lot of Blue Water at all recently, but it does... Naval in general is good for SL. It's really, really solid SL learner. Like, I'll take a look at my SL learnings after this battle, even in Coastal, I think it's pretty good. But Moffat is definitely solid for SL, I think. As long as you don't get instantly detonated in the rear. Because the Moffat does have a very well-known weak spot at this point. I'm surprised he tried the same trick twice, this S-100. Although, I shouldn't have said that, because he just detonated me. Oh, AFD time it is then.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen auf dem Wasser. Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen auf dem Wasser.
My gunners on all targets.
Bordschützen Feuer einstellen. Alle Bordschützen Feuer einstellen.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Okay then. I don't know what to think of people that actually know in real life watching the stream, but oh well, I'm fine with it. I'll have to be fine with it. Nope. Oh, right. To check who it was, just a bit. Actually, just check right now since it's all in combat. Ah, it's Martin. Okay. Yeah, he had to be to actually type in the chat.
Enemy forces have
Wait.
captured a zone.
Oh well. Turn these AJs around. I know he's around him.
Geschafft.
Or I can handle that. Where's Frenchie? Don't you dare bomb me, Frenchie. I'll not be happy with it, that's for sure. I'm just trying to grind my ships, man. Nope. Gunners, you have anti-air duties now.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft.
Because we have a greater concern.
Somebody attack him!
Some fly away, some you can put my gunners on all targets again. How does the rear gun not have a target? Or is it because of a tiny little... Of course it is. I'll just switch to the 20s, I think it'll be easier. There we go.
Feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
I think I'll just keep the 88s for long range. Nope. No.
Luftangriff.
I almost feel sad for this guy, really. Because that little boat has next to no chance against an AFD.
Flugzeug abgestürzt.
Oh, it was the aircraft I shot down, not this guy.
Geschafft.
Nope, I messed up the ground. Seems I have some breach problems with the front quad 20 there. But of course, since I don't have parts and you can't repair on caps, I'll just have to deal with it. No, did I get repaired? I think I did. Oh, I may have done. May have gotten repaired. Is it a player? No, that's an AI.
Geschafft. Flugzeuge.
I get a feeling that's going to be a bomb heading straight for my forehead. So I'm going to get away from here. As fast as this slow thing will go. Yeah, not a bad match. Very... well, luckily no destroyer, so that helped. And let's see what I got from that. Not the worst. I was fighting mostly bots, I guess. And these are still pretty low rank vehicles, and not premiums, of course. Okay, got parts, let's go for FP next. And on to another battle. I can actually press the to battle button. That was a quick one compared to the last queue. Northport is also not a bad map because the coastal spawns are pretty well protected from destroyers. Although not for too long.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
I want to go that way. Turning a ship like this around is not good. Also, that's 3-3 at least. Yep, destroyers. So I'll have to be careful in my little barge not to get in front of a destroyer. Just gotta turn this thing around. And like this is the speed of fully upgraded speed modifications. Oh, I love this map in Blue Water. I like fighting around B and C. Like even A can be a fun fight. Well, because destroyers like spawn right here or here, they can get into the fight very quickly. Cruisers on the other hand spawn here, which is you have to sail all the way around this peninsula to actually get into the BC area, whilst enemy cruisers can just sail straight into it. For destroyers this map is pretty fun. For frigates this map is really fun. Because it allows you to get in close and personal with enemy destroyers.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, the battle barges are a shadow of their former selves. I know that, but it's just, they're still pretty okay.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Yeah, they have really exposed Amarax as well, which doesn't help. there's a rock in front of me that's going to block my shots, but it will. Or he can get melted by Pichu too. Like the ammo racks, for the SF-40 light, you see them on the inside there for the front 20 mils. And right there for the rear 20 mils. It's really, if you know where they are, they're really easy to just knock out. And there's no real way of hiding them, so you just have to deal with it really. Go.
Geschafft. Geschafft.
That's a lot of shells. Wasn't passed around that corner. That's AI, that's not an AI. But I have to be careful what's around there as well. Oh well. An MZ1 is around here somewhere, okay. MZ1s are actually not that bad because I don't think they have the destroyer damage model yet.
Attack the B point. I agree.
Geschafft. Das feindliche
I think that hit camera still takes way too long to disappear or switch targets in Naval.
Bravo.
But oh well. I actually think that the new hit cam is alright. It's just too slow with changing where for autocannons it's too slow.
geschafft.
Yep. Target front. Couple of targets front even.
Defend the C point. The Allied forces have captured a zone.
Reloading. I'm flooding rapidly. It's an AI, but for some reason those AIs with that weird, like, dual 25 are lethal. Shot that from behind? No, there's a buddy in the MZ1 I saw earlier. Yeah, he can knock that. I could shoot him.
Captured a zone.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Enemy aircraft up. Nope.
Attack the C
Yeah,
point.
oh, there is something right there.
Geschafft.
Apparently that thing has exposed ammo on the deck. That's interesting to know. Kind of questionable to head straight towards an anti-airship there before then, but why not? didn't sink me yet, because coastals no longer have that thing where they automatically sink under 5% crew.
Enemy forces have captured
So I'm still alive. But like one good hit and I'm dead, basically. What are you shooting at? No clue. Hmm. Oh boy. I think actually let's see if the
Ziel
Order
bestätigt.
20s can do some work under AI control.
Flugzeuge!
Yeah, bombs are already away on me. So this is probably going to be the end of my little leichte. And these waves are not helping with targeting at all either. There we go. I could maybe try heading to A with a VS-8, but I don't have torpedoes, so I can't really deal with whatever's there. Could bomb something, I guess. Yeah, that needs to be shorter. See if I have something to bomb. Coastal heading from A. Destroyer there, that might be a good target.
We are losing.
Didn't see anything on sea itself. There's just one big ship currently heading towards our coastal area. So let's see if we can deal with that. Although it looks like a Groza to me. One of those frigates things. It has 3 37s or something. And those coastals over there are going to give me a headache. Oh well. Let's just see what we can do. I do not expect to survive this. Bomb away. But oh, the bomb got shot out of the air. Fast boat to sea then to A then I guess, because there wasn't a big ship there. Let's turn this one around. Probably all the way around because that's going to hit an island. Do we go that way? Yeah. The only problem with taking this boat out in open ocean is that these 15mm machine guns have not the greatest range. So I have to be very careful. Don't have the greatest firing arc as well when I'm moving full speed ahead because the ship is being lifted out of the water. Yes, there was a destroyer over there, okay. Don't see anything yet, although I could have sworn there was a coastal vessel somewhere around here. So, just straight line away, I guess. Aircraft up, but I'm not too worried about it.
Our victory is near.
There it is. But yeah. My maximum range is 2.25 kilometers with these guns. I think then just the shells physically disappear. Oop. Some stray 20mm tracers. Don't think I'll really cap before this game ends, but I will. What was it like? A good game in my SF-40, that's for sure.
Excellent.
I'll take the 5 backups. Although the 300,000 SL would have been nicer. I'll get new pumps next, because this thing tends to flood quite a bit. That's one running out, so I'll just use it. I'll use this one as well, because why not? And on to the next game. Also not that bad of a map. Greenland's Gulf if I fight around the sea. Difficult bit of course is getting to sea.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
I do actually want to get to sea, but I'm not going to turn around behind the island now. I'll just get in there. Slight up there again, by the looks of it. Yeah, now I just take my leisurely cruise towards the sea cap. Gabbiano near sea, okay. That might be interesting. You see, it's this why I haven't really been playing the German coastal fleet much, even though I really should. It's just these barges, man. Solo naval ships aren't that fun, especially for coastal. At least these barges do pack quite some firepower. I have the range, don't I? Yeah.
We're winning.
Geschafft.
That 37mm hurts, but come on. One more reload and I should be fine. I can actually get hits on target, there we go.
Feindliches Schiff ist gesunken.
And reloading again. Oop. Have we found the Gabbiano? No, we found... oh, 4. I have like 2 45s and that's it. Oh, he's going to be in for a bit of a shock, knowing that 20s can actually reach that range. There we go. Not quite sure why he's just sitting there. Not moving after I've taken such a battering, but oh well. Gives me a kill. That's player again, that's not fun. It's probably, yeah, that's a Gabbiano on C. Now what do I do?
Thank you.
I'm not quite stable enough to really get good hits on this range. Well, that range should be feasible for me. Of course, if I don't have to reload, or if the turbine, oh boy. And it's just sitting there. Well, guess that there's a bomb. Just surprised that turbine hasn't gone for a cap. It's just sitting there. Where is it exactly? There it is. Completely alone. So we can do this. It's very weird just sitting there. Although I guess he has a good sideline on C now. What I want to do is get this 1000 kilo bomb on the turbine and maybe the 250 on the Gabbiano. I think that should be fine. If I don't die to either of them.
Allied forces have captured
Turbine does have two 40mm guns, which is a bit scary. But it should be fine. Really difficult to see actually when they're not moving. Or I guess my tail gets cut loose by a aggressor, okay. What, that guy? Hmm. That's kind of annoying. But oh well. The thing is, I either have to deal with that thing shooting me out of spawn, or how could I deal with that? I don't think I am going to deal with it. I can't get to C really. So I'm just going to go to B, I guess. I'm going to take the mines and see if I can like drop them in front of him. Yeah, I know that the Dark Claws was a bot that shot me out of the sky, but still. I get the feeling I'm not going to spawn the next time in a ship, because that's just going to kill us over and over again in the spawn. If we're not careful. Yeah, that's going straight for me. That's probably the guy that shot me down. This AI. Yeah, it was.
Ihr Schiff ist gesunken.
How am I going to deal with this turbine? If at all. Oh, that's a player that's actually not good. Oh boy. Gabiano got knocked out on C, that's something, but the turbine is still overlooking it. Like, I think the turbine has a sightline on that spawn and on the other coastal spawn at the moment. Which is a bit annoying. But oh well. Also not quite sure what to do with these mines. I think I'll just drop one on B. And maybe keep like a mine or two in reserve for the turbine. Nah, I'll drop the other two as well.
Feuer an Bord.
Yeah. And hopefully that guy will get them if he goes into C. Oh, that's me dead. as well. Let's see if I can do something here, see, but I doubt I will.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Turbine almost has a line of sight, not quite.
The enemy is controlling most of the zones.
What is shooting from here? There it is. Let's see if I can get TH8s working at this range. I should really just be going straight to sea. If that thing is so slow, I'm probably never going to make it. And my mines are going to be ineffective as well, because I just placed them wrong. But I started placing them too early, really, those mines. Oh well.
We don't have the advantage anymore. The enemy is winning.
There's some shells whizzing past, but I can't see from where. Oh, no idea. Behind that pontoon. What is that over there? Just to do a boat.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
There that thing goes. Yeah, this match is pretty much over already. There's no way we're going to capture B and A now, since we don't have any destroyers. I mean, we had a destroyer, but it seemed to have been, yeah, one of those random latter bots. You just spawn a premium ones and leave. Well, at least those Italians are having a good game. Turbine and the Capiano.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
I think we're both literally going at full speed into this gap and we're just not making it. firing angles on this ship is actually quite bad for the guns. Like the rear 88 is restricted by a weird like pipe coming out of the ship. And this rear 20 was blocked by this piece of armor, or piece of ship. So basically just have to do everything with the fronts off. Oh boy.
Ziel anvisiert. Flugzeug abgeschnitten.
Did we kill the pilots? Oh, ordinals. This now my rear double 20, quadruple 20 can open up. And game over. We literally didn't have enough time to get to the cap. With like half of the tickets remaining. But oh well. It wasn't too bad of a match for me, I think I got a few kills. Nah, I think, genuinely, I don't think it has to do with anything of the hits, but just the rank of the target you're hitting. Like, say I'm playing, if I go to my other lineup, it was here. I've been grinding with Japanese coastals recently. And of course I've been playing rank 5, like the Isuzu, I've been playing the Chikugo, I've been playing the PJ2, so rank 5 and 4s. Most of the targets you shoot are either AI bots and they give low rewards, or they're rank 1 or 2 destroyers, so you're shooting rank 1 or rank 2s, or they're lower rank PT boats. It is so incredibly rare to actually shoot another rank 4 or 5 craft if you're playing higher BR, higher tier coastals. It's nuts. And it's, I think, the same thing for the normal coastal as well, because what rank am I in? Rank 4 with the AFD? And like most of the stuff our fates are either lower rank, but rarely things of the same rank. Like I think now, if I would have killed this MC490, that would have been the same rank. But other than that, yes, like they had one player with rank 4 vehicles that I know of on the enemy team. I mean, you could, but it's useless because that's all you're doing then in the patrol boat if you up to yourself, and you can't do that in slower boats like the AFDs or the barges. You need a high, and the other risk is as well if you purposely up to yourself to a BR that's not present for coastal, like 6.0 or higher. If you then run into a 4.3 coastal vessel, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to die. Like genuinely, I've seen people like bring reserve coastals for the purpose of capping, and then they run into a PR206, a Jaguar, like anything else, a PGO2, and they just get shredded and do nothing except for waste a spawn of theirs. I still think it's worth it just playing coastal at your own BR. It's not what it used to be, that's for sure. And I genuinely think that the RP rewards are because of the rank of vehicles you're destroying. When you're playing as like higher BR coastal or mid BR coastal, you're just always thinking ships lower BR than yours or lower rank than yours. Which is especially annoying if you're playing a frigate with the same BR as the destroyer, but the destroyer is literally a rank 1 compared to your rank 5. So you're just... I think that's how it works, but I'm not sure. But it is quite annoying. And also one of the reasons I don't like the naval splits still to this day. It's seriously screwed with research efficiency. Like sure, it brought more people into Blue Water and playing naval in general. But man, did it screw with research efficiency. Like beyond belief. AB cast, that's good old fun. I think it's one of the main reasons I don't play AB. Like the fast torpedoes I can deal with because you have improved mobility. But like bombers sitting at 6 kilometers altitude, like P8s. I've recently played like 6-7 arcade. And genuinely, there was just a P8 sitting at altitude with a nuke at like 6 kilometers because anti-air gunner AI will never hit a target like beyond 4.5 or 5 kilometers. So the bombers just have to fly above 5 kilometers and they're impervious to the ships, immune to them, unless somebody manually AIs them and manually shoots them down. But I've seen a P8 like rack up 6, 7, 8 kills with just dropping a nuke every 30 seconds. Yeah, you don't have zombies in Coastal. I think it's just because you don't have the efficiency of secondary gunners. Or even just main gunners. And of course that's also like if you... The zombies, for as far as I know, are either grinding RP or SL. If they're grinding SL, I think you just get a higher reward in Blue Water anyway. If they're grinding RP for like unlocking a tree, why would you want to unlock the coastal tree? I guess. The Blue Water tree is much more attractive to the casual player. Even though I actually think that most frigates are really fun vessels to play. Like I'm still grinding the new Japanese frigate, but I've been enjoying playing the Isuzu. It's really fun. Because it's weird because you're basically just seal clubbing in ships that can't do anything but seal club, because you're fighting rank 1s in a rank 5, but you're at that BR, you don't have a choice. Not that I'm going to complain about it though, because it does make the grind a bit easier. Like the amount of times I've run into reserve destroyers and frigates that just do not really know what they're doing, and just shredding their engines and just killing them. It's also kind of the reason why I want to go down the German tree a bit more, because the Köln class frigate looks like a really cool ship. Looks like a really cool ship to play. The Russians don't really have frigates, not high-tier frigates, so I don't really... They have really good high-tier coastals though. Then the British with those frigates I still need to get. I'm kind of like this is the little theory I have, but I think they'll add modern ships to the coastal tree, and like bigger like carriers and submarines, well, carriers and then bigger battleships to the Blue Water tree, to give people the incentive to go down coastal. But I think that I don't think many people would like seeing all the modern toys in coastal tree, because grinding up it is pure pain. I kind of wish I made more, if I had actually streamed before the split. Because I generally think that the research efficiency was just so much better before the split. Even with the sometimes crazy stupid RP costs for ships, for Blue Water ships as well, and coastal ships. And that's another funny thing with the naval split. Most of the top tier coastal vessels actually got more expensive in research cost when the split happened. I don't think most missiles can actually really do too much to battleships, like most modern missiles. And depending on how big you want to go, of course. But I don't really know. But I've heard that it's not exactly meant for those kind of targets. No. No, he's not going for me. Going for... Don't quite know what his plan was. The other weird thing is though that HE is very weird in War Thunder Naval. Like, I think at the moment, but I haven't played Blue Water a lot recently, is that HE for battleships is actually the meta. Like if you have really good high explosive shells, just fire those at enemy battleship and it'll kill them. Because of the weird way they interact with armor. Phoenix is on enemy team. Oh boy. Yep. Kind of expecting him to be in the that's the American thing again, that American step chaser. Although no, I'm too low of a BR for that.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken. Geschafft.
Also, not going to lie, but I have been kind of bored of Blue Water recently. I just don't like playing it. May have been apparent from my last stream I did with the Italians, actually. It's something about just facing the same destroyers or the same premium cruisers for hundreds of battles. It's just, I can't deal with it anymore.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
So I've been thinking if I do next week's Blue Water stream, that I'll just do like low tier destroyers, like 4-3, 4-0. Play around that BR.
Geschafft. Geschafft. Rumfleck.
Oh, I did not notice the guy on my right. Oh well.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Quite a few targets to shoot at, I guess.
Attack the A point. Attack the C point.
What I'm thinking of doing for the next stream, probably, is try to get the Ayanami, that's that new Japanese frigate, which is 4.0, and play that with like a few of my Japanese destroyers. Could be fun. Although it technically wouldn't really be a Blue Water stream then, but oh well. The ADS Ayanami is technically a destroyer, so it should be fine.
Geschafft.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
These 20 mils do take a while to reload, which is annoying to get used to, but it will. What do we have to shoot at? Targets in front behind us islands. Oh, rocks, not really islands. Just be careful, don't get flanked again. I think I'm fine for the time being.
The enemy.
Come on, reload.
We must counterattack.
kill on this little bit. Nah, not quite. Yeah, the rocket in the way. The restricted firing angles for these 20 mils is a bit annoying as well. Yeah, boy. Come on. Gonna get some more broadside to just get all the 20s firing. Go, one target down. Friendly aircraft flying overhead. Breach damaged, apparently. Come on, can I get into this cap before the game ends? Come on. Somebody else goes in here as well. What do we need? Yeah, we need to peek up all three of them, really. Still, it's a bad match. Could have my FP. I haven't been set on fire yet, nothing though. Then again, it didn't correspond it much. I'm also not quite sure what this shell is about for these 88s. If I look at the AFD1, it's just HE or HE fragmentation incendiary shell. Don't know what the difference is really. Got the same explosive mass. Same fuses, same velocity. Yeah, I have no clue what this is about. I'll still equip it though when I unlock it, just to see what it's like, if it actually does anything. Making all right progress towards the Crescendo Grosse. Funny thing is though, these... How much RP I've been getting? 2,000. 4,000 on this one. That was no, it wasn't too big of a booster. Also 4,000. Like when I'm playing my Isuzu, my rank 5 Japanese coastal vessel, I get around 5 to 6,000 RP towards my new ship. Which is not all that different from that being down here. Which is a bit, Although the price of the vessel I'm researching is like quadruple of the one I'm researching now, but well. I still didn't get the reasoning of putting a coastal vessel at the same RP cost as a battleship. It makes no sense.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Yeah, leather chicken. It's going alright. Having some good matches in these German barges, although they're a bit slow to get to the battle. Quite a populated match, but we do have destroyers, right? So that's going to be dangerous. Oh, yeah, camos as usual, or skins, or however you want to call them, are linked in the description of the stream. There is also a, you might have noticed this is the censored version of the camo, basically. I think you can imagine what's supposed to be there. But I think the same guy made both the censored and uncensored version of this skin. So you can just find it. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't be too close to this take that K8. But it's too late for that, I think. Thermal. Oh, the Thermal H. Oh, that's a really painful ship to actually try and spade. The water conditions are rough as well. Throwing off my shots a bit. As you can see, just... I'm not making my shells go left and right, that's just the water doing that. And I am suffering quite a bit of damage. So I should be backing right up again. Just back. Don't repair yet. First I'm going to get into safety. Yeah, I'm not going to get into safety anymore. I think at least. Yep, there I go. I did get him though. The 20 was coming after it. How do I already have enough spawn points? Oh well. I think there are enemy destroyers about, so I'm going to see if I can sink some. None coming for A. Let's see if we can guard C a bit. See one destroyer. Gonna prime the 1000 kilo bomb. Let's hope we didn't get sniped out of the sky again. Those are torpedoes. I think, yeah, he saw them. K8 might not have. I think he'll be safe. One destroyer heading towards C. There's something on C. Didn't quite see it. I think it's behind that iceberg. But my priority is that destroyer. Because I think it's going to be this guy, which is a zombie, as far as I know. Well, an alpha bot, I guess. Let's see if I can actually get close, because that thing has a lot of anti-air. Just keep on moving. Okay. Let's go in for a strike. Let's hope we can make this one a successful one. One way. And again it got blown up whilst I was deploying it. How? That's twice in a row when I fly this thing. Really? Okay, okay. That happened twice in a row when flying that. I might have just try and take another another dive bomber with me. I think I'm going to try and put a Stuka in there and just dive from much steeper on. Deeper up. Because that's nuts. I have never had that happen before me that frequently. It might just be the sheer size of the bomb. But that is nuts. It's nuts how that happened twice. Like, I've done it to people before as well, so I know that happens, but twice in a row, really? It's just painful. I'm not sure if that was the 88 hitting him or the 20 mils, but whatever it was, I'm not complaining. I think that kill was with the main gun, but I'm not entirely sure. One more good shell hit. Kill.
Das feindliche Schiff ist
Ooh.
gesunken.
I dodged those torpedoes on accident. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Can I get my main guns on target, please? Kill.
Attack the B point.
Didn't we have a destroyer on B? What happened to it?
Feuer an Bord.
Ugh. Ah, this is not good. This is not good. Buying too many different things at once.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Compartment destroyed, slightly yellow. Sure thing. I'm very low crew as well. Not good. Oh goodness. Yeah, the remaining points could finish him off.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
I'm going to take the mines with me and just drop in B. I'm going to try if I can capture it. There's a Leichte looking over B, so I'm not going to be able to capture it. Come on, slow down. There we go. Ammo rack, where are you? I see something over there. No, that one. There's the one I want, I think. I need to back up, but I can't back up in time.
Attack the B point.
Yeah. And that's that. For my counter in that battle. We had a Frunze near B at one point. I don't know what happened to it. Did it get torpedoed or something? It got gunned down by a Leichte. Okay. Mines are a very weird weapon. I've gotten them to work like twice on blue water ships, but never on a coastal vessel. Because you have to like expose yourself to the route where most enemy ships are going to come down to deploy them, which means that you're just going to go very vulnerable, sitting like broadside onto the enemy ships whilst deploying mines that they can see you deploy. Yeah, I've got the results. Well, on to the next one. Okay, can work with this. I think I'm going to go around here. The Leichte really doesn't like being exposed early on, so I think I'm going to actually go to the corner and see if I can do something over there.
Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Of course, at the leisurely pace of 19 kilometers an hour. Uh-huh. We have one. Can you still get to the Churchill? Because it's... Why? Why would you even play the Churchill? Oh, seems that was out. What I was going to do is already being done. God, these barges are so slow. This is why I just kind of want to grind them out, be rid of them, and never touch them again. Like, when these barges get into a fight, they're really fun, but getting to the fight is so boring. Just sitting here going at it leisure. Like, most heavy tanks are faster than these barges. But here I am. With the firepower of 4 whirlwinds and an Ostwind. Going along at a speed slower than a heavy tank. Yeah, we've got somebody wedging around the corner, so I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to go to A. Had a target there for a second, but he got annihilated before I could even really shoot at him. How has nobody captured A yet? We are surrounding A and not capping it. Only half of us are bots. Then again, the enemy doesn't have any cap charges, so it's not too big of a deal. Just weird. Oh, the enemy has a destroyer over there. A lit shield.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft.
Okay, now we're capturing A. And capturing B as well. I'm actually kind of tempted to shoot at a lit shield. I don't think I'll have many other targets to shoot at. So yeah, let's give him a little tickle. Sailing away from me, so just up the range a bit. No, was about as expected. Next to no damage. Oh, there's a lit shield getting closer. Well, if it keeps going, what is my penetration actually like? 1 kilometer 20? How much armor does it literally even have? Maybe too much. So let's just keep going for those engines. Because those hold the most crew for some reason. Don't ask me why. They do. Ouch. There's actually an angle where I can shoot all 4 of the turrets. I'll just go a bit more broadside, I think. Or nah, let's just stay with 3 turrets. Come on, I'm doing some engine damage, and I killed them.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Kill. Now those 2 over there, on the other hand, are a bit of a bigger problem.
Take him down.
Don't have enough for... I am 1 spawn point short of a plane.
Just a little more
I think literally taking a hit will give me a spawn point, so it should be fine. Speaking of planes, got one incoming. Get closer.
Flugzeuge.
I don't get why people just go straight towards a black barge, man. Please don't do... Okay, he's far enough. He still dropped that bomb, so that's a bit of damage. Yeah. Perfectly fine. They're capturing B, which is kind of expected since that 2 destroyers heading that way.
enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, that's not good for us, is it? 3 destroyers. This one looks like a T-22, the German one. And I'm about to eat 4 inches soon, I think. And there I'm... I'll fire a few salvos, but I'm not going to do any damage at this range. They're not hitting me yet, so I'll just keep shooting. Just keep on shooting. Oh, I've got plenty of ammo anyways. Not like I'll run out anytime soon. Just making sure nothing's sneaking up behind me. Yep. Another lit shield. Well, destroyer. It is a lit shield, coincidentally.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Just gonna keep on shooting him until I blow up. Something behind us? Yep.
Geschafft.
Just gonna keep going until I blow up. I mean, if they get close enough, I could technically actually sink them. If they get close enough. Actually, I knocked out his front orange gun there. We're going to put that flooding on automatic repair as soon as I can. He's starting to show a bit of broadside, but I don't think I have quite a pen yet. This angle. Gonna sink that guy first. He's not sneaking around. Not on my watch. And they're capturing a bars. Nice. Because why would I ever rely on a teammate to actually protect it? Kind of bold, just sit there, moving.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Now let's see if I can take this Clemson apart. I might actually. Hold up. If he doesn't torpedo me, of course. Well, won't you look at that? Clemson's almost sunk. Come on. Oh, he did torpedo me, but he completely missed. Like, by a wide margin, he just launched torpedoes directly at me and not at the lead indicator. Do you now see what I mean with like unintentional seal clubbing? Like I am just playing that BR. I have no choice but face these destroyers. It's not the fact that I won that engagement is not my problem. I mean, like he hit me. He just didn't hit me often and hit me where it counts. And he tried to launch torpedoes at me, completely missed those. That's something. But of course he gets 3 free spawns in those destroyers while I also only get 1. So that counts for something.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
Now if we're holding A again, we have B. I think I'm just still going to go to B or try to get there. Put the flooding manual again, flooding control manual. Guy's flying quite far away, so they'll just have to wait. It's probably have to protect A, seeing that our team is just going away from it for some reason. But we're also going to lose B. B-39 just disappeared, even though that was his last spawn. Bit weird.
We need to put more pressure
Yep,
on
there we
the
go, we're losing B.
We're winning.
I think at this point I'll just J out and get a bomber. And hopefully not get my bombs detonated from underneath me. But I am going to take the two 500s because they still have a pretty decent lost like explosive mass to them. I think it'll be more reliable trying to knock out two destroyers of this instead of just one destroyer. And the Clemsons don't have that much anti-air, so they should be pretty doable. I'm never going to sink them before the cap, but oh well. Can make it safer for a friendly to get to the cap, I guess. That is a friendly, okay. Got it on a second delay. Which is about what I want for my bombs. I could make him contact fuse as well, but that friendly over there is going to make it a bit difficult for me to bomb this guy. I think I don't actually need to bomb him because that enemy is stationary. And if that friendly has torpedoes, he's just going to torpedo him. That's of course not a Litchfield, that's a German reserve, which has 20mm anti-air guns. Again, let's hope I don't get my bomb blown out from underneath me. Bomb away. Probably going to miss. Yeah, kind of missed. This one, however, probably not going to miss. Yeah, that one didn't miss. Down one engine though. Airfield's not too far away. We did capture, like, decap B in the nick of time. So let's hope if we can up and keep it, maybe turn this match around.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Airfield should be on that island over there. There it is. I see the strip. She knows it. That's the one, not that one. It almost... Oh, that almost looks like a runway, this. Nope, it's over there. A longer bit. He's trying to shoot me down with his actual main guns, but I don't think I'll get shot down by him. Hopefully. Working my engine a bit, but it will. Going to lose that engine anyways. Was damaged before I went flying to here. Yeah, I think I might actually sneak a win out of this game. Because I don't think they're close enough to any of our capture points to actually decap it. Unless there's a coastal heading to A. Yeah, turned it around. Lovely. Bit more RP for me then. There we go. Not a bad match at all. Managed to sink 2 destroyers in my SF-40. Bomb another one. Got new pumps for the SF-40. And almost spaded it actually, damn. And get the smoke screen. Gonna get this one first. And then maybe one more match to spade it. Okay. Guess I'll have to play the AFD1 a bit more. Yeah, I should probably prioritize speed modifications after that shell. Oh, hello there, Spanish Crusader. Saw you yesterday. Well, here comes a longer queue again, I guess. Yeah, I think like blue water of equivalent rank does give more RP. And that's rank 3. So I'm not complaining too much about it, it's alright, but it is slow. As long as the matches are fun, it's fine. It is running with a premium account as well. That is the one thing I have completely no longer have any understanding of, is grinding this without premium. I always buy like a year's worth whenever there's like a half-time off of, I think. Is it half of the key or half of the actual premium time? I don't remember. It's one of the two, but it's always worth just buying a year's worth then. Well, it is if you play the game as much as I do, at least. And there we go, on to the next match. I think I have actually played this game quite a lot without premium as well. But that was back before ground was even a thing that I played it.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft.
Scout, no it isn't. Luckily, I think I've only ever grinded out one tree without using premium, and that was the Japanese air tree. I did it all without premium time. I think I did it in a year's time, but like playing for hours a day. It's something, man, grinding without premium. Even with premium, the grind isn't all that fun. I mean, yeah, but it's like the only reason I really started buying like years worth of premium is because when you think of it, if you have like a subscription service to anything else, it's pretty cheap for a year's worth. If you buy it at when it's 50% off. I think it was like 50 euros then for a year's worth of premium, which really isn't all that much. Prices may have changed though since I last bought it, don't remember. Let me just attach to you, Phoenix. There we go. Do we have any targets to mess up?
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Yes, Rectangle Gaming. Actually, a pretty good name for these things. I've never heard of one before. Rectangles. Nope, I actually hit that guy. Okay then. Cam did, which is pretty tough. Phoenix, that's land. Phoenix, it's land. Just gonna break the toe so you don't. Actually, if you need to get to that, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, who do we have there? And that man is who we have there. I see a decal, so that's a player. Let's zoom out so I can actually see where I'm hitting. There we go. Ooh. A VS-10, I think. Shouldn't have drawn attention to himself like that, but well. He's injured now. Oh, boat. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Gonna disable the 2-hook, it's no longer needed. Repair whatever needed repairing. Front guns are reloading by the looks of it. The thing is, for as much crap as Coastal often gets, it's actually pretty fun if you get a good match. Can be pretty fun. There is a Vega in front of me though, which is not fun at all. So, yeah. They have several destroyers, we have one, I think. Is it a bot? It is a bot. So we are not in for a good time.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
If a Vega is not going to shoot me, I'd be fine, because I think I can melt this Clemson. And call this not a Fletcher.
Allied forces have
Can I knock out the front gun? I can even set it on fire. Okay, come on, reload so I can just shred these engines. There we go. prime engine shredding material. He's been depth charged as well. He's not having a good time, and he's dead. Because that's what you do when you're a coastal vessel fighting a destroyer. You just shred the engines. I see the comment there, but I'll just talk about it later after I'm done, I think. Put that one out, look at the bridge maybe. Reloading. Dead, good. Is the... that's not good. Yep, that thing's still alive. Time to shred engines again. Time to shred engines again. Come on. Prime engine shredding. And there I go. Those high-res cargo ships, they're not new. They're not new at all. I don't know who thought they were new, but they're not new. I've seen them before. They're just map decoration. There are higher res than I recall them being, but I think they're just like updated models of map decorations. They're really nothing special. The problem is that both of those ships have very dangerous anti-air. With the Vega, I think the Vega have VT? I'm not actually sure anymore. So bomb for the Vega, bomb for the Thermal Destroyer behind it. Let's see if we can pull it off. If it doesn't get bombed by the P400 for me. Good attack run. He's not dead yet, so I'm going to strike my bomb. Bomb away. Let's race through this guy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Bomb away. Well, try not to crash into him, but that's too late. Got both of them. Time for the AFD1, I guess. Didn't really want to play into him, but yeah. I didn't have much of a choice then. I do have a BF-109 in this lineup, but I don't have a bomb unlocked for it, so... I think the plane is even stock, that one for me. I haven't played it yet. Should probably actually fly it out here. Get some RP for it. I see our courage was useful. Our one destroyer. Very useful. What was I going to say again? I think we all know what the zombies are at this point, but these were the original bots we first saw coming. And another server actually saw them being called alpha bots because they're just random alphabetical, you know, the random letters for names. Somebody started calling them alpha bots instead of alphabets. And yeah, they're pretty dumb. Very cool looking though, just sticking out of the water like that. Actually, just let me take a screenshot of that. But yeah. They're usually in lower tier premium destroyers. Although they sometimes aren't Spoconies as well, and they can be really dangerous. They have really good gunnery, but their pathing seems to be a bit, yeah, not the best. is that guy planning on doing? He's up for some shenanigans, I guess. It's an AI. Oh, it crashed. Yeah, here comes Phoenix. I think. Oh no, he just got shot down by an MZ1. Alrighty. And we're losing C. Let me take control of that 20. Well, those 20s. Reloading. Come on. And there's a destroyer in front of me again. What are we going to do about him?
Attack the enemy. We no longer have the advantage. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
There's the MZ1. I'm going to turn more broad to this, get the rear quad 20 as well. Let's see who will sink the other first. There goes one of my 20s. Let's see if I can do some engine shredding shenanigans again. Although the German reserve is actually quite tough because it has fuel tanks covering its engines. So first you need to like lock out these fuel tanks and then you can knock out the engine.
Feuer an Bord.
Which is quite the ordeal, as you can see. Just put that fire out, crew. I did just manage to destroy the fuel tanks. So let's see if we can shred some engines. Oh no, the turn made my 20 will go up. Lost the rear one. Come on, shred some engines. And there we go. And I don't think the VS8 is potent enough to shred engines. I think I might actually have to find a replacement for the VS8. It really is not that good of a ship. Or boat, whatever you want to call it. Something on the sea on fire. That destroyer is going to go into B, but I can't really deal with it. And there's some more boats on B at the moment. Including 2 more destroyers.
The enemy has captured most of the
Enemy aircraft that I might want to try and deal with. If I can get out of this anti-air, that is. Yeah, they now have 3 destroyers on B. We had 1 destroyer this entire match. And it was a bot. They just sailed into a cliff and died. Good old matchmaking. I want to try and intercept that aircraft, but I'm flying directly into the anti-airfield. Oh boy. There goes a flap of mine. Just bob and weave. Bob and weave. I'll be fine if I just keep on bob and weaving. And if I can actually hit this aircraft. Good enough. He's on fire. Kill assist, really? Okay then. And there I go. I have nothing else to really fight them with. But game's over anyway. Still a decent chunk of RP. So most of it for my planes, I imagine. Yeah, no, actually quite a bit towards my ships. I think I've spaded my life to now, haven't I? I have. Okay. I'm going to see if I have a replacement for this VS8 that's better. I literally don't. I guess the LS3 might be a bit of a better meme though. But the SF40 spade, do you have anything more fun? No, not really. Not in those crucials at least. I think I'll do this. Of course I could be playing 3-7 with Buzzard. But why would I want to do that? And it's my only 3-7. Well, only 3-7 coastal. Do have quite a few modifications on it though. But still, nah. I'll wait until I get like the M17 and then play the Buzzard. I want to double check something. Oh yeah. Like this, the Köln, I really want this frigate. It looks really fun. The main armament is a bit hit or miss. Those 40s. They're the same 40mm guns as on the SATA. And they get HEVT, like secondary guns with... Ooh, I think that's going to be really fun to try. Not a bad map. Bad map for these kind of boats. Oh, I was going to actually try out the new shell and see what difference it makes.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
And I spalled facing the wrong way. Can I make a left-hand turn and not sail directly into the island? I'll try it. Or else I just go down there, it doesn't really matter. Okay. I don't really see what you're trying to intend there, but just turning directly into me. But it will. I guess he was just reversing. And using a ship as massive as this, you could use it as a stop, why not? Field closer. Actually, have I actually unequipped my Does the LS3 actually have a torpedo mode modification? Because I'm curious if actually have the torpedoes equipped properly or not. No, there is something there. It is human, which is actually not my preferred enemy. I prefer that my enemies are bots. A bit easier to deal with. Broadside on. Yeah. And next I will try out these 88s for the new shell. Capturing B, that's good. I don't see any enemies near A, but I don't see any friendlies near there either. The problem?
The Allied forces have captured
Slow
a zone.
down. There we go. Very weird place to put a submarine pen. Oh well. The enemy has a Shonan. Oh, those are rare to see, but that's like a 3-3 as well. They're not actually that good either, Shonans. I much prefer the modern Japanese frigates over the World War II ones.
We have most of the zones.
But if you have to spare it, you've got to spare it, I guess. Enemies capturing B.
We're ahead of the enemy.
There's a Shonan behind the island. A few more player vessels coming up as well.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Feuer an Bord.
Are those decals on the Farmel, or is it actually a camo? That actually look quite good. Need to wipe out this guy soonish.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Enemy on A, but he got sunk. Saw the little mark on the minimap that an enemy was sunk on A.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken. Das feindliche Schiff
I
ist
think the
gesunken.
20 mils will be more of a primary weapon than the 88s will. By the feel of it. Phoenix setting down to A, good man.
Attack the enemy.
Yeah, I had already a sneaking suspicion the Shonan was moving down there. You can frontally ammo rack them underneath the main gun. That's, I think, just a 25mm ammo racking then. So I'm going to try and do just that as well. There he is. I'm gonna get broadside on. Get my 20 miles on target. Apparently I'm gonna immediately reload. Those 120s are going to hurt, I think. I don't think I have enough pen to actually do much to this Shonan. So might as well just knock out one of his guns. I'm starting to damage that ammo rack, so I'm just going to keep on firing there. Of course, at this angle I might actually not spend it anymore. Large quantity of my 20s. Fighting frigates in a coastal vessel is actually scarier than fighting destroyers. They seem to be a lot tankier. Keep broadside like that, Shonan. Keep broadside like that. Please keep broadside like that. If I can actually come on, damage the ammo enough. I was getting raked by his 25s. Well, that's kind of a bummer. That's my only ship I had to actually spade still. I'll go and bomb something first. And then probably use the LS3 to do some memes against destroyers. The other major difference between a 3.3 frigate and a 3.3 destroyer is that a 3.3 frigate usually knows what they're doing, whilst a 3.3 destroyer usually doesn't, in my experience. Which makes the frigates all the more scarier. Those are tougher damage model. But I think that Shonan has his 25s and 120s under the same control. So he might actually not have the toughest anti-air at the moment. Of course, until he realizes there's an aircraft diving on him and switches target to me. Like that. And 25s hurt. Gonna drop both of them. Gonna drop both of them. Trying to kill it. There we go. Please fire go out. Please fire go out. Yep, fire didn't go out. And he's at K3 number 1 now. I think I'll use the... that's a 41st then.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft.
Sometimes I don't understand how this happens. How they just all get into the spawn without anything happening to them. And you over there as well. Again, he's just shooting at destroyer with 40. So I'm going to use that. Knock him out. I saw the marker for a enemy ship at this spawn, so I just spawned up here. If it's going to help or not, that's another question.
We're controlling most of the zones.
There's the K3. And he's sunk. Oh no, is that the same guy or a different guy? No, it's a different guy. I think.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Oh, what was the name of the Shonan? Yeah, it was a different guy.
We're ahead of the enemy. Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Can't see anything capturing C, but it's most likely destroyers. I didn't want to mess with them to begin with. Oh, there's an aircraft approaching. That I do want to mess with. Need to aim much lower.
Flugzeuge.
Destroy the target!
Okay, 3 speed sunk. Matsuki up ahead. If you ever face a Matsuki and you have something with a large explosive mass, there's a big ol' ammo rack like right below that turret, where you can like one-shot a Matsuki. I highly recommend trying to do that.
Geschafft.
I'm very tempted to start shooting at the Mitsuki, but at the same time I don't. Just don't want to. Yep, reloading those guns.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Yep, something's hurting me. Something knocked at all of my gun turrets at the same time. Okay. Yeah, those Japanese gunboats don't mess about. I think I'll do PF-49 first. No, actually no, LS-3, I'll go mess with the destroyers, full speed ahead. I forgot to put that thing on the rear. Now, is it good torpedoes or bad? No, it's bad torpedoes. I need to unequip that modification then, soon. Should have probably actually equipped depth charges as well, if I had the option. I am gonna go wide though, because again, the Japanese gunboat. Those Vickers 40mm are scary. So on to sea I go. And we're capturing sea. I think that guy's been sitting in there a while and just a lost enemy destroyer just left it. Probably something like that.
Thanks.
This thing is pretty speedy, so it should be good for anti-destroyer duties. Although I might want to remove that snowmobile.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Or snow vehicle, whatever it is.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage. Just keep it up, and victory will be ours. Attack the enemy!
Luftangriff.
Is it a Key 32? Where's a D3? No, it's a Key 32.
Flugzeuge.
That thing doesn't carry very large bombs, so a weird side to this BR. This is probably just going to be a match now, isn't it? Yeah, at least it's a victory. Some bonus RP for that. Yeah, only 4,000 RP. But it'll do... Okay then. I'll just go relative placement next, just as many ability upgrades as possible. Now, the ship. Get rid of torpedo mode because it's yucky. Okay, that's better. 2 kilometers though, which is a bit short, but I'll do. What is the range with? 6, but 44 kilometers an hour is a joke, so let's not do that. Okay, on to the next battle. No depth charges on the LS3, which is a bit surprising, but I guess I'll just have to do with the 2 torpedoes. And now it's just more waiting on queues. Still kind of hoping of seeing another coastal only match though. Those are always fun. But sadly quite rare. Like I think you have quite a few maps that are just coastals. Can't actually check them out, can I? Actually, let me just check. If you go to the map filter, does it actually tell you which are just boats? Like for this example, this is just coastal. Those maps are actually slightly different as well. A rare sight though, seeing just the boat maps. I guess because there's not many people playing just coastals. Yep, there we go. Fiji. Not the best map for these barges, but oh well. Just go to be as usual.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
See, when we have AIs like these, this is a 3.3 game, this is a destroyer game. I'm 100% sure of it. And our team not yet having any destroyers spawned in is a bit concerning to me. Ooh, I'm sorry, guy. Oh well, just got a little push. But the island. Turn a bit more left. Although, oh yeah, there it is, that shield. Single clamps and claws for our team. And I just run aground. But I should be able to just push through it. Oh, come on. Come on. Luckily I'm not actually stuck, but it's still a bit annoying. Having to turn away from this reef. Ooh, Kim Queen our team. 3.3 coastal vessel. And there it is. Kim Queen. Actually a pretty fun, pretty alright American coastal. I think it's a bit high in BR at 3.3, but oh well. What are you going to do about it? That looks like a torpedo, and it doesn't look friendly either. I just hope nobody sails straight into it.
Destroy the target. Somebody cover me!
That DBF seems to just be flying away now. That's no longer a threat.
Thank you!
And now we'll just slowly advance into B. We're never going to cap it, but just getting in there slowly but surely.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
A lot of action going on all around me, but I'm not seeing any. Until, of course, I see that guy. He's a bit out of range for me to effectively deal with. I think I got a much more juicier target right there. Trying to need to reload. By that time the rock is going to get in the way. Yep, rock's in the way. Come on. Did you repair that railgun instantly? Does he still see it firing? It's a bit... Okay. I need to get into cover ASAP. Because that thing is slowly but surely tearing me apart.
Luftangriff.
Air target as well, so that.
Verfolgung abgebrochen.
Engines left. Somewhere. Somebody please help with this guy. Look at this doing, because it is doing a lot of damage to me. Seems like the camo is caught on. And of course somebody then smokes him up. And I run into a rock. Oop. That's all the fire on the camo. What happened to our destroyer? Seems we must have lost him. Another one. Although this one's an AI.
Geschafft.
There's the enemy Shonan. Come on, okay then. Shouldn't have turned my way really. Look at the Shonan. Actually, are we capturing A at all? No, so I'm gonna... actually... We are. I'm taking the Leichte.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
If I get a bomber spawn, I might actually take out that Shonan. If I manage to spawn the beer fontaine. Where did that shonan go? Nope. Ah, and that's something else. But I should be able to deal with that just fine in the Leichte. Aircraft up apparently. Why are you going around that island when I'm right here?
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Now if I don't blow up, we should be able to capture B. What's that? A MiG-3? Okay. Does the MiG-3 carry bombs? Don't even know. Please come straight. Please come straight for me. Or not. Yep, there he goes. Nashville does have quite a bit of firepower we could use around here. That guy is still alive. Let's see if we can... No, it can't. Other aircraft up, a Yak 4, which is a bit concerning. And the shonan melted the ashfall as expected. Can I... I'm not sure if that island is actually enough cover for me to hide from the shonan. It's going to take me ages to get there too. Ah, there's the shonan. Oh, I'm kind of behind the rock fort already. Go. Just... Yeah, but as soon as I start capping, he'll know that I'm here. He'll turn his attention towards me. Whatever I do, don't fire first. Ooh, he got bombed by something. And I got bombed by something as well. That missed because it was high altitude bombing and he didn't account for the lead correctly. Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion that that thing was going to bomb me from high altitude. It just started to dive bomb me as well. But I got the cap before and he missed, still missed. But none also has been dealt with. So that's no longer a worry. Or too much of a worry at least.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen auf dem Wasser.
Let's see if I can make quick work of this guy. There we go.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
He's been a thorn in the side of my team. What's left of it anyways. Jeez. Maneuvering around all of these wrecks is also going to be a bit difficult with these barges.
Let's keep the pressure on.
Because they don't really turn too sharply. Ah, there, Bill. PBM. Either he's going to drop mines or he's going to try and cap something, and that's what I'm afraid of. I'm capturing A, I also didn't have no overwatch on it. Type 15? Oh, that's a Shannon guy, isn't it? We're decapping C. That was a bit terrifying to suddenly have to deal with. Good. Oh boy. I think the PBM actually carries quite a big bomb load as well.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Got something there. Oh boy, that's not good. By the skin of my teeth I survived that. But this type 15 might actually finish me off. Or is it type 11? It's type 11. No, it's PT15 type 11. That's it. That is... yeah. Too close for comfort. Again, a solid chunk of RP. Gotta keep prioritizing mobility first, then probably that. And on we go again. SF40 is a bit weird. It used to be so much better than it is now. Still a bit of a monster against coastal vessels. Oh, this is not a good map. This is not a good map for these ships. But it's getting to the battle, it's a bit of a pain in the SF40. Or any of the other barges.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
The reason that this isn't a good map for these ships is not because of the size and the distance from spawn point to the cap. It's just the fact that everything's so open. Like, there's nowhere I can really hide. And I get outranged by pretty much everything. We've got the first person already shooting at us. I'm not going to hit him anymore. What's that over there that's just shooting it? Gun got that rear 88 is so... Like, this pipe is blocking that arc, basically. It's so finicky to try and actually get that rear 88 on target. Also moving in the direction you actually want to move. Come on, get a lock. Oh, that arbor is slow enough for me to commit at least. And yeah, there we go. One last shell finished them off. Thinking a bit. And my radio room got damaged.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Don't quite know what he's trying to do with that smug screen.
Have captured a zone.
But oh well. Ooh, target right in front of us. It's an AI, but still. Got thunk by Phoenix.
Destroy the target.
I could almost get a sight line on A, which is 20 mils. Ooh, what's that? Something for me to shoot at. Well, it is. Ah, it's been sunk. Ooh, that's a big target. Fire mile of some sort. We're capturing A, that's good, but we're also losing B at the same time. But capturing C as well.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
A little bit of damage on that guy. Got a Gabbiano to deal with soon. That's not going to be fun.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Things of course I actually have to crew kill him completely now and not just pray for the flooding thing. Because that's no longer a thing for coastals.
Our victory is near.
Yeah, that's an AI. That shouldn't be too difficult. That guy needs to be attacked as well. But he's going off to a point that's already there, so I don't know what that's going on there. Guy sunk. The Snowcraft's returning to the base, I think.
Defend the A point.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stick around A. No real point in me going to B when I have so many much more faster PTs running around. I'm kind of curious where Gabbiano is though. Because with the damage model changes it should be quite dangerous now.
Attack the enemy!
Ah, there it is. Thank you, Phoenix.
The enemy's
I
getting
just-
closer to victory.
I was just wondering if it was down south or up north here. Because Gabbiano does get a coastal spawner, it used to. Don't know if they changed that recently or not. I don't think they did. Something shot me.
Gramercy. Move after me!
We have there an AI. No, that's something to shoot at. At least it shouldn't be something that'll sink me instantly.
Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
He's gonna dump these mags and reload. Then we really need to stay on the cap, so just keep moving. Friendly aircraft. Phoenix is probably going to try and bomb that Gabbiano, although of all the 20 mods it has, Gabbiano actually has pretty decent anti-air. He did hit him, he did sink him as well. Good job, although I doubt he's going to make it home. What do we have on fire here? I think it just got sunk, yeah. And there we have the Italian again.
Ziel bestätigt.
Okay.
Ziel anvisiert.
He shouldn't be able to sink me before I sink him. But if the dart is going to sink me, that's another question. So I'm just gonna keep on moving. Where is it coming from? Oop. From there, apparently. I should be fine. Harrigan coming in again. I think I'll keep my 20 mils open for anti-air.
Zielen in der Luft. Flugzeuge!
I'll see if I can take out this S-100 with the 88s.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen auf dem Wasser. Das feindliche Schiff ist gesunken.
Yo, that's a destroyer shooting me, I think. Yeah, it is. That's a destroyer shooting me. Italian Stuka? Yep, Italian Stuka.
Flugzeuge.
Yep, that's a player. That's a player. I need to turn my attention. Ooh, several players even. Oh, cool. Okay, he's blank. And we're fine. Absolutely fine. That guy's probably going to try and cap. We have shipped on both our caps, so it's fine. Yep, everything's fine. Surely I can make the turn, right? Yes, I can. Just gonna call that out, so nobody's surprised at a sudden float plane. But I think, yeah, he's not gonna get anywhere before the match ends because of the ticket bleed. That's another win. Should be. And that was an entire match with the AFD, so yeah, that's good RP for my AFD1. I think I'm going to go this. No, just go down this route. Get some more faster turning turrets. And next battle. Probably 3 more for the stream. Hello there, mijo. How much LP did I actually get towards my crescendo in this stream? Almost 50,000. Too bad. Yeah, now we just wait for the other match. Another match to get... for us to be put in another match. Jeez. The heat is starting to go to my head, I think. I'm having difficulty thinking in English. Yeah, I really haven't been playing Blue Water at all. I haven't been playing much Naval at all, really, outside of the streams. Kind of because of the just vast issue of bots in RB. It's not that like one team has more bots than the other. It's just that as soon as one team starts losing them, they start losing them very quickly. Because it's a reduction in firepower, it's a reduction in possible targets for the enemy team as well. Because since they're all just one death quitters, every one they sink is one less target they have to try and focus down. So it just snowballs into, well, catastrophe, really. And another match. Black Sea Port. Again, not the best for the AFD because there's only one coastal cap. Really.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
And here we have another alpha bot. Phoenix on our team though again. Always good to see. But their only destroyer being an alpha bot is a bit... Ooh. Yeah, the difference is, I think, Miho, I don't care about winning or losing. As long as I'm having a decent match, I'm fine. I just recently, when playing Blue Water, I just don't have any fun in it. Like, there's only so many times you can shoot at a Moffat until you get bored of it. And also, I genuinely think, like, if the zombie bot problem, right, would disappear overnight, I think all my skill when it comes to fighting Blue Water ships would just disappear. Because I'm not used to actually fighting enemy players. I've gotten way too used to fighting these bots. Because with these bots, you can genuinely like shoot at them a couple of salvos and then stop. And those bots generally won't hit you back all that much, especially if they're in cruisers. There's absolutely no pressure to like focus down one target. And then the few matches when you actually play against humans again and they constantly shoot at you until you're sunk, it is such a different experience. And I genuinely don't know how to deal with that anymore. I've gotten way too used to a brawling playstyle that my accuracy at range is trash.
Roger that.
let's go to the boat. Yeah, it's very different in arcade. You don't see that many zombies on arcade. Not that I played too much arcade, but the few arcade matches I play, you don't see that many zombies. But in RB, when the game that I prefer to play, it is like I see more matches where 90% of the players are zombies than anything else. Then again, I really haven't been playing Blue Water. I just haven't bothered with it. There's nothing I really want to grind in Blue Water either. Like, I have all my nations, I'm already at cruisers for every nation. And the only ships I really want to grind are the Japanese, but I already have all of their ships. Yeah, I think the player base for Naval Arcade is probably a bit bigger. But I just cannot deal with cats in arcade, I just can't. Like, the markers are meh. I prefer having no markers because then you can sneak around. But the cast in Naval Arcade is, oof, especially for if you're playing higher tier, higher BR stuff. It's pretty painful when you have a PA just nuking every 30 seconds. But yeah, what I'm thinking of doing, because usually for my naval streams, right, I grind whatever tree I'm doing. But I think from now on I'm just going to play ships, whatever I want. So next Blue Water stream might actually be a bit more casual than it already is. Alright. Instantly detonated. See, that's also what I mean when fighting actual players. That doesn't happen when you fight bots. It just doesn't. They don't ammo rack you instantly. Also, that is very... That doesn't happen often, that I get instantly ammo racked even in these kind of boats. Not in the AFD, that's the first ammo rack in the AFD I think I've had tonight. Yeah, I saw you talk about the Enterprise saying it's really tanky. But what I remember from grinding it, although it is ages ago since I actually spaded the Enterprise, it was really fragile. I guess some damage model change must have really helped it. I'm surprised I actually hit him. I thought all my shells hit the boat in front of him. I think one shell detonated his mine, so I guess... Yeah. He detonated me on a lucky shot, I detonated him on a lucky shot, I guess. Yeah, it's surprising because I don't have fond memories of the Enterprise. But I think the reason I didn't like Enterprise is probably the guns. They're not the same 6-inch guns as the other light cruisers. They're worse. Like after I think I like replayed Belfast over having grinded like Liverpool, Arethusa, Leander. And now playing the Enterprise after them is a bit weird. And of course the endless Moffat spam as well nowadays. Again, I haven't played Blue Water at all recently. Like the Blue Water matches I played after the update, it's probably all the streams I did and that's it. I didn't think, and in general I haven't been playing too much Naval, except for like grinding the new Japanese frigate. Is he really going to bomb me from that altitude? Really? Yeah, I'm gonna get bombed from that altitude. Not gonna die though, but I did get bombed from that altitude. And he's going to fly away now. Probably rearm. Yeah, but it's... Well, that's another thing, right, Miho? I don't care about failure usually for shells. I prefer penetration. And it's the pen on the Enterprise, I think that's lesser. Then again, high pen AP. I've replayed some of my Japanese cruisers a while ago, and they just feel weird. I'm absolutely not used to them anymore. Again, I've heard people say that the 140 suck, the Japanese 140s. I played my Yubari literally after and I felt no different. At all. Then again, the Yubari usually fights destroyers, that which usually doesn't really matter then. But... yeah. Yubari was still fun to play. I think that's probably a stream I want to do as well. Like replaying all the Japanese light cruisers, how terrible they are as well. Would be a fun stream to do. Well, fun. Yeah, I think I'll be changing my format for my streams, starting the next one. Instead of just switching between whatever I'm grinding for Coaster or Blue Water, I'll just do whatever I want. Because I have been wanting to replay some ships or like play some more destroyers. Because destroyers are actually still pretty fun. I just haven't really had a good excuse to play them again because I've spaded all of them. And seeing as we still don't have a French navy, and probably won't have for a while, I'm going to have to wait until we get some new destroyers. I'm going to sink that sub chaser, that British sub chaser, because that thing with the new DM is lethal. Like it's really dangerous. Of course, that means I don't have to I have to not get hit by it. Hopefully not have my bomb shot out from underneath me again. I think, no, a bit closer. Pilot knocked out. Pilot knocked out half a second before I was going to drop. Always fun. Always fun. Now I am going to attack B and C though. Yeah. I didn't actually realize they were so tanky until I faced one when I was grinding my Japanese frigates. So tough nowadays, man. Like, I remember spading them originally and I didn't like them because they were squishy, but now they are really tough.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack. Defend the C point.
We're attacking B. But we're definitely not going to retake C with that Liscom on there. And we're not going to be able to capture A in time either before the tickets bleed out. So yeah, that's going to be game for this one, I think.
We suffered a defeat. Head back.
There we go. I think I'll do one more for tonight. One more battle. And you know, to change things up a bit from these slow barges, I'll play... Hold on, don't cue me. Don't cue me instantly. Good. I think I'm going to change it up a bit and get whatever lineup my buzzard is in. Actually, let me see. Where is my buzzard? What slot is it in? That one. And let's play some 3-7 and see how well that'll go. Don't have any ghostful at that area, that BR. This one, that slot. Do I have any other blue water 3-7s? I do. So I have 3 spawns. And what aircraft can I bring? The thing is, these are all stock, aren't they, for me? I haven't actually... Yeah, they're all stock, so they're just bad bomb loads. This one actually doesn't have a bomb load stock. The talisman is from a random bundle. I think I opened a random post-battle reward. Stuka could be fun, but this one's stock, so probably just this one. Doesn't mean I have 2 bombers though. Oh well, then I have 2 bombers, who cares? Actually, I do care, kind of. But I don't have any other choice, do I? No, well, I could bring the C200 as a fighter. I'll do that. And we'll play a match for 3-7 with this buzzard. I don't have any spaded 109s. I genuinely don't. I go to aviation. I have the first one spaded, and this one isn't spaded. Neither of these are spaded. The F2 spaded. Could bring the F2. But it's like, hold on, what crew slot is it? It's the same crew slot as my leopard, and I really don't care enough. I'm just going to do this. But yeah, my German air tree is a bit neglected. We do have quite a few planes, but not nearly enough spaded. Should give me a propeller replacement at least. No sap, which is going to be a bit of a pain on this boat. But I think, didn't they get more ammo recently? Yeah, they have 800 rounds now. That's going to be a lot better. South Quarkin, which is actually a map I do like for coastals. Especially this version of it. I'm going to go A first.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
Let me check what's the difference with these shells. 668. These have a lot more TNT equivalents, so I'll just equip those in my primary shell.
Bordschützen suchen nach Zielen in der Luft und auf dem Wasser.
I do have my torpedoes with me for some reason, which I really shouldn't have. Because they're kind of useless. 61 kph is not the worst, but it's bad enough. Kari somewhere. There he is. Using my HUD elements to find him, even though I somehow locked onto him first. I should be able to trade with Tucumcari reasonably well, especially if I close a distance. I'll just straighten out a bit so I got my rear gun in the action. Ah, screw the rear gun. I'll just do the front gun. Go. Going bowing is probably the better choice anyways. And the G5s, which are really difficult to hit for some reason. Just gonna mark him so they don't forget about it. Douglas, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. If he gets a lock on me with those missiles, that's not gonna be good. Assist on the G5, which I can live with. Just too late to actually capture A. Gonna mark him so people know there's a Douglas out there. Gonna see what actual angle I actually need to get the rear gun on the action. Pretty much broadside. Oh, there goes a missile. Missile straight for me. And there goes a hull break. Do got a backup though. Depends. The missile is better than the Zetas missile. But it only has 2 of them, and the launch are a bit weird for Douglas. The launch conditions. Because I think you can only guide the missile if it's actually on the, like, if you launch the left-hand side missile, you can only guide it properly on the left-hand side of the ship, I think. I haven't actually tried it because I don't have the Douglas. I mean, the Douglas missile surely is big compared to the Zetas missile, but it's still not that big. I think it's double the payload of the Zeta, but that's only 50 kilos then? Or am I completely wrong? I don't remember off the top of my head what the payloads are, but I think the Zeta's missile is only 25 kilo warhead. And the Douglas is double that, so it's 50 kilo. Which is a lot for when you face other coastal vessels and destroyers, but bigger than that? There are battleship shells with more HE, fella. 40 kilo, and that's it. Which is... it's a lot of HE. That's a big HE charge when fighting destroyers. But yeah, it's not game-breaking in any way. And the hull it's on, the Asheville hull, is not a good hull. It is huge. It is pretty fast, but it's way too big of a target and way too fragile to really be a good target. I think, like, compared to the Axis sets that this thing carries, the Axis sets has much bigger warhead for as far as I know. I don't know off the top of my head, but it has a bigger warhead. I think. Yeah, I think Set is a bit more fun as well. It's better against other... That's the second missile I saw him launch. So we should be good. Knock out his main gun. Like, see what I mean? It's such a huge hull, and it just isn't resistant enough to peer to coastal vessels of the same BR. Like, I would definitely not recommend buying it. It's the highest BR coastal vessels the American have at the moment. Then I wouldn't recommend it. If it ever were to get on sale, maybe get it, because it could be a bit of fun. If you're not too worried about really efficiently grinding, but... Yeah, he's already out. Concari and 2 Douglases. I think Saeta is just a bit more versatile because it has 5 missiles. It's not as good as dealing with destroyers, that's for sure. But it's a bit more longevity out of those missiles. 5 missiles can do a lot, especially if you just purely focus on anti-air. Yeah, I mean, Italy's coastal fleet, I actually kind of liked it. It is just... it's all pretty much the same. There are a few kind of bad ships in there, but most of them are just average. They're not too good, not too bad either. Just average. Of course, its coastal itself is a bit painful to grind. But when compared to other coastal vessels, the Italian tree is fine. And I would just sit here, waiting, hopefully on an aircraft to show up. Actually, let me just quickly Google what the payload of a Axis missile is. And hopefully not get shot at by something. So, what's that? Missile. Oh yeah, the Fletcher Genieri looks like a very, very fun premium for Italy, for their blue water fleet. Axis set. Do we have any kind of info on its payload? Apparently 165 kilo warhead, yeah. Haley just said as well. That would seriously mess up a lot of stuff, but the thing is, it's still a relatively light warhead for what we have in game. It's comparable to what? A 250 kilo bomb from the Germans? Oh yeah, I think like if you buy the Italian Genieri Mujo, you'll probably be able to like skip all of the Italian painful destroyers. would definitely get some backups for it though. Hey, fly by in a beautiful Japanese plane. Douglas is decent at wiping out planes, but I think the Threat is actually better at it. Yeah. Like, I have slowly but surely gotten to the point where all of these things, like, I used to be so vehemently against, like, adding the missiles to the buzzard and stuff like that, adding whatever else. I've just gotten, sure, give it to us, see how bad it can go. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't actually tell us the TNT equivalent of the warhead of the exocet. But I think at this point, with a Douglas running around as a premium, just what's the worst that can happen? Also, where did those 14 mils come from? Well, I know what the worst is that's going to happen is that you're going to one-shot 4 destroyers, which is not very fun for destroyer captains. But, well, yeah. They're top tier coastal vessels, not that many people have them. And again, you can one-shot a destroyer can pretty much one-shot you as well, whilst being at the same BR. The only thing is, like, I'm still kind of weirded out by, like, actual missile ships, like the more modern ships that have dozens upon dozens of missiles. Something like this, it has 4 missiles, right? 2 on either side. I don't think you can even really shoot at a target on your right if it's from the left launcher. And their warheads are comparable to, like, smaller bombs, which sure will mess up a destroyer, but eh. Of course, if you have like 6 missiles going towards somebody that weigh the same as a 250 kilo bomb, that's something else. But only one at a time? I don't know. I get the feeling I'm not going to see any other coastal vessels spawn in. So I guess I'll just go in then. What do I have for my... Yeah, G22 will be a decent one to last spawn in.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. The enemy is winning. We must...
Is that a Köln-class frigate? That just depth charged 2 people? It is! Well then. That's quite something. I do actually really want the Köln-class frigate. They look like very much fun. A lot of fun. Oh, the HE can actually hit the engines. That's good. It means I can do some engine shredding. My favorite way to deal with destroyers. Overheating the guns, which is not what I want to do. That guy is hurting a lot by the looks of it. Yep, he's at 9%, I can finish him off. There we go.
Geschafft.
The enemy is winning.
Oh, was it an AI? It was. That explains it. Yeah. Like, I'm all about adding more frigates. I think they're really fun vessels. Of course, they are at the end of a really long grind, but well. I do actually think that top tier coastal is usually worth it when it comes to the frigates. Can't really off the top of my head think of a frigate that's not immediately worth it. Yeah, that bridge is a bit too low for you there, pal. Ah, I run out of ready ammo for the front gun, that's annoying. Because then it's, I run out of ready ammo for both of them.
Feuer an Bord.
And I'm getting torn apart by an Alwyn.
Motor defekt.
Engine broke. Come on, I want to turn, get these torpedoes away. Whatever good that'll do me. I mean... No, not really. I mean actual frigates, the ones with destroyer damage models, they're always good fun. Gunboats? I think top tier gunboats are actually really interesting. But they're not too fun to play.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
The Shonan and they're... I don't know. I kind of think they're fun, interesting vessels, but they're not fun, because they're weaker destroyers, basically. While the modern frigates actually bring something to the table. Stuff like Chidori and Shonan don't really. The thing with like frigates like Shonan and Chidori, they're really good against other coastal vessels, but as I said, they're weaker versions of destroyers basically as we have. They can't really go toe to toe with our destroyers, whilst the modern frigates like the Köln, like the Itsuzut, like the Ayanami, kind of can. Although to a bit of a lesser degree than than the normal destroyer, I think. And that's good. Game. Yep.
The enemy has proven stronger. Withdraw.
Good chunk of our P towards the buzzard. And I think I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. So yeah. My next few plans. Let me think. I am not actually entirely sure if I'm going to be streaming next Monday. Because I'm going to be working that entire day. So I might actually stream on Sunday instead. Or or Saturday or Sunday, somewhere next weekend. Instead of the Monday. But again, I'll schedule the stream a few hours beforehand. So it should be fine. And from now on, I'm not going to do like specific nations, whatever lineup I'm grinding. I'm just going to go like a theme. Like I'm either going to do destroyers, I'm either going to do ghost of whatever type. I'm either going to do cruisers, that kind of stuff. Anything else I was going to say? I don't think so. So yeah. I'm going to leave it at that, I think, and I'll probably see you next week. So thank you for watching, and yeah, see you later, I guess.